Hi, my name is Aaliyah Poole, and today I will be presenting on why women have a higher risk of ACL injuries. You may be asking yourself, well, why does this matter? Why should we care about this? Female athletes are 2 to 8 times more likely to sustain an ACL tear or injury than their male counterparts in the same sport. This is one of the biggest gender based disparities in sports medicine and for our athletes of all sports. The clinical impact that this has is that ACL tears lead to long rehabs, so players are out of their sport, out of tune for a long time. Long term risks are elevated when you tear your ACL or have an injury there, and surgeries. The research gap is pretty big. This is definitely a topic that needs to be studied more. Um, Despite the known disparities, there are a lot of factors that cause debates across disciplines on how we should study it more. With more research, we could identify new and prior risk factors to enable evidence-based intervention programs and hopefully get our female athletes back in their sports playing healthy. Here I will explain some of the background on the ACL injury disparity. So the ACL, the anterior cruciate ligament, stabilizes the knee during pivoting deceleration. So the injury rates are highest in sports like soccer and baseball, where they're doing a lot of running and cutting, fast movements. Um, it's a non-contact injury for the most part, meaning that 70% of ACL tears occur without direct contact, like being tackled, pushed to the ground, and things of that such. Like I mentioned before, this happens during cutting, running, landing, um, not really a physical contact, but just from playing your sport in general. Peak incidences occur during adolescence. Women see a lot of spikes in these injuries during adolescence, which coincides with puberty time. The first study I researched was from the American Journal of Sports Medicine. This study was conducted on participants, 205 participants to be exact, from the ages of 14 through 17. These were all female athletes who played soccer, basketball, or volleyball, and they had no prior ACL injury. What this study was measuring were these athletes' knee valgus, ground reaction force, and EMG activity, which occurs in the hamstring and quadriceps. This slide, I have detailed the findings of the first study. As you can see, the knee valgus angle played a major role in creating those ACL injuries with quadriceps dominance, and so how the athletes were landing, coming in second, leg dominance not really being that big of a factor. So what we can find and conclude from this study is that the athletes who sustained ACL injuries demonstrated a much bigger angle in their knee valgus, and they had a quadricep dominant landing compared to their peers who remained uninjured. The second study I did my research on was found in the Journals of Athletics Training. The design of this study was a cross-sectional comparison, so side by side of male and female collegiate athletes who played the same sport. There were 60 athletes, 30 male and 30 female, who played soccer and basketball from the ages of 18 to 23, so in college. And then this just measured general joint laxity, tibial slope angle through an MRI, and the hormonal cycle phase. The findings of this research kind of prove what we kind of already grasp, that females are more prone to ACL injuries and tears. This was really shown through the significant differences between a male and a female body. Females showed a significantly higher laxity score and a much steeper tibial slope, meaning their posterior tibial slope was steeper than the males, which increased anterior tibial translation risk. Um, Another key fact was the hormonal influence only females experience. Their estrogen peaks during the ovulatory phase, which was associated with reduced ligament stiffness. Combined, all of these factors interact to raise ACL injury risk in females that didn't occur for the males. Overall, I learned so much doing my research on why women athletes are more prone to ACL injuries than males. There's not a singular thing that influences ACL injuries, but it's a combination of multiple things women experience that makes them more prone to ACL injuries than males, such as body structure, hormones, and movement control. What I believe could change, bone structure and hormones obviously can't be changed, but proper training can improve women movement habits, further preventing more ACL injuries. And then that goes right along with more training, better developed training, specifically designed for females experiencing these ACL injuries, such as the FIFA 11, which can cut ACL injuries by females up to 50%. I think more research needs to be done, and we need to be there for our women athletes. Thank you.